Scorpio, you have felt it, haven't you? That quiet pulse in your chest, that knowing deep within that something massive is approaching. Today, that energy is no longer just a whisper in the dark. This is the moment the universe has been preparing you for, the moment when the biggest money of your life begins to move toward you. But this isn't just about wealth. It's about divine timing, about reward after resilience, and about the sacred exchange between your faith and your destiny. What's coming is not random. It is the echo of every prayer, every sleepless night, every time you chose to believe even when you could not see. Welcome, dear Scorpio, to another awakening moment here at Miracle of the Sign, a place where faith meets astrology, where tarot meets truth, and where the human soul remembers that it is part of something greater. You didn't find this video by accident. There is a higher orchestration behind your arrival. The same energy that spins the planets and pulls the tides has aligned to bring you here. Because your spirit, fierce yet weary, has reached the point of readiness. Today, you are not here to hear about fate, you are here to step into it. In numerology, the date November 8, 2025, reduces to the number 1, the vibration of new beginnings, divine creation, and the courage to walk a new path. It's as if God Himself has pressed reset on your timeline. The half moon now lights up the sector of finance, karma, and self-worth in your chart. This is the cosmic signal that a long cycle of struggle is ending, and a new chapter of abundance is beginning to unfold. The universe is whispering, "Well done, you've passed the test. Now, it's time to receive." Take a moment to breathe that in. Feel the air around you shift. Somewhere deep within, the old version of you, the one that fought for every coin, that lived half in fear, half in fate, is fading away. And a new version, calm, open, radiant with trust, is emerging. You no longer have to chase what's already yours. The vibration of your belief has already called it in. This is the power of alignment. This is what happens when the soul and the universe agree on timing. Now, I know that for many of you, faith has been tested. You've been through nights where the silence of heaven felt unbearable. But remember this truth: when nothing moves on the outside, it is because God is shifting everything on the inside. He has been preparing the soil of your heart for this very season. Just as the seed must break to let the sprout emerge, you too have been broken open for growth. Every delay, every detour, every unanswered prayer was not denial, it was divine redirection towards something far greater than you had imagined. Before we go deeper, let me pause to say this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. Your presence means more than you know. Every comment, every like, every moment you choose to engage with this community helps Miracle of the Sign reach more souls who are searching for hope. It is through your faith, your energy, and your light that this channel continues to thrive and send these messages of healing across the world. You are part of a movement, a family of souls rising together through understanding, belief, and divine love. And believe me, Scorpio, you will want to stay with me until the very end of this message, because what the universe is revealing today is nothing short of extraordinary. This reading is not just about a financial blessing, it is about emotional renewal, spiritual elevation, and the return of balance to every area of your life. The doors you thought were closed are about to open, and what steps through them will remind you that miracles are never late, they arrive precisely when the heart is ready to receive. So, I invite you now to ground yourself in the present moment. Feel your heartbeat as a rhythm of divine orchestration. Let go of the anxiety of when and how. You have already planted the seed through your perseverance and faith. All that's left is to trust the process. Leave a comment below to affirm your readiness. Write, "I am open to divine abundance," and let the universe see your declaration of trust. Stay with me until the end, because together we'll uncover why this moment this very day marks the beginning of a new destiny for you. This isn't just a horoscope. It's a sacred conversation between you and the universe, between your soul and the divine plan that has always been guiding you. Welcome to your rebirth, Scorpio. Your miracle begins now. Scorpio, let's go deeper into what this moment truly means for you. The energy surrounding you now is not just financial, it is vibrational. It's the quiet yet powerful rhythm of divine reciprocity at work. Money, as the physical form of energy, responds not to desperation but to alignment. It doesn't arrive when we chase it, it flows when we're finally still enough to receive. You've walked through seasons where effort felt endless and results invisible, but those chapters were not punishment, they were preparation. Just as the soil must rest after the harvest, your soul needed its own season of surrender so that true abundance could take root. What is unfolding for you now is the result of what you planted long ago, often through tears, uncertainty, and faith that bordered on exhaustion. You may not have realized it then, but every time you chose to persevere instead of giving up, every act of kindness you offered without expectation, and every prayer whispered when no one was watching, all of it became currency in the language of the universe. As scripture reminds us, those who sow in tears shall reap with songs of joy. You were never working in vain. The emotional investments, the patience, the trust, they are the real seeds that draw prosperity into form. There is a profound difference between wealth that is chased and wealth that is received. When money is pursued through fear, the energy becomes tight, constricted, and anxious. It's the ego trying to control divine timing. But when it is invited through trust and readiness, it flows effortlessly, often through unexpected channels. Some Scorpios will begin to notice small but meaningful shifts, a forgotten opportunity resurfacing, a conversation opening new doors, or a chance to collaborate that feels fated. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations that the energy you once released in faith is now returning in form. The ego wants results now, the soul understands timing. The ego pushes, the soul listens. The ego plans outcomes, the soul opens to guidance. And the law of attraction always mirrors whichever part of you is speaking the loudest. When your heart is frantic, the universe echoes back delay. When your heart is calm, grateful, and open, doors unlock with ease. This is why abundance often appears only after we've stopped trying so hard to control it. The universe is never withholding, it is simply waiting for you to become an energetic match to what you desire. So what does this mean in practice? It means your most powerful financial action today is not effort, it's awareness. Write down what you truly wish to experience, not from fear but from clarity. Then release it. Breathe deeply, let go of the tension in your body, and remind yourself that you are not manifesting alone. Creation is a collaboration between your intention and the universe's orchestration. Once you've sent your request out, you don't need to micromanage how it returns. Trust that what's meant for you cannot miss you. When you act from calm certainty rather than anxiety, you shift from scarcity to magnetism. I know that faith in unseen timing can be the hardest lesson for a Scorpio heart, especially one that has worked tirelessly for stability. But every moment of surrender you've practiced, every time you chose patience over panic, has rewritten your energetic code. You are no longer operating from survival, you are stepping into co-creation. And that shift is the true foundation of lasting wealth. As you listen to this message, you may even notice synchronicities numbers repeating, songs that feel like messages, a sudden wave of peace washing over you. These are not random, they're signals that you are aligned with a higher current. The flow of prosperity is not outside of you, it's within you, waiting to be mirrored by the outer world. Scorpio, you've reached the threshold where financial reward meets spiritual maturity. The universe doesn't pay in dollars first, it pays in lessons, in patience, and in resilience. Now, those lessons are beginning to crystallize into tangible form. You are ready to receive not only the money you've earned but the peace that comes with knowing it was never about the chassis, it was always about becoming the kind of person who can hold the blessing once it arrives. So take this as your affirmation today. I am no longer striving for abundance, I am embodying it. What's unfolding isn't luck, it's divine symmetry responding to your evolution. And as you continue to walk this path with open hands and a quiet heart, the flow will not just find you, it will stay. Scorpio, the cards that have revealed themselves to you today are not random, they are a living conversation between your soul and the greater order of life. Each one speaks to a distinct phase of transformation, yet together they weave a single thread. You are being guided from resistance into flow, from uncertainty into trust. The wheel of fortune begins this dialogue with its silent turn. It is the wheel that spins beneath every choice and every delay, reminding you that fate is not a force that happens to you, it is a rhythm you are already dancing with. When this card appears, it signals a realignment of external events to match your internal growth. You may see this through tangible signs, an inheritance long delayed, a legal matter finally resolved, or a sudden offer of support from someone you did not expect. But beneath these surface changes lies a deeper truth. The universe moves when you stop forcing it to. Like the tides drawn by the moon, your prosperity flows most freely when you simply hold your balance and let the current carry you forward. Then comes the Fool, the sacred invitation to begin again. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast new landscape with no map in hand, only a quiet conviction that you are meant to walk it. The Fool does not demand blind optimism, it asks for trust that the first step will reveal the second. In astrology, this energy mirrors the moment when a planet moves into a new sign. Everything feels uncertain, but that uncertainty is fertile ground. You are being asked to release the baggage of past expectations and step into a fresh timeline. The path ahead may not look familiar, but its purpose is to restore your faith in your own intuition. Ask yourself, are you willing to leave behind the known to experience the extraordinary? As the journey unfolds, the Nine of Cups rises like a calm sunrise after the storm. It speaks of the prayers whispered in the dark that are now beginning to take shape. Every dream that once felt distant is drawing nearer, aligning with the new frequency of your heart. This card carries the emotional satisfaction that comes not from luck but from alignment. When desire and worthiness finally meet, manifestation becomes natural. It is the quiet moment when you realize the universe did hear you all along, it was simply waiting for you to believe you were worthy of receiving. The Nine of Cups is your mirror, showing you that contentment is not a reward for effort but a state of being you can choose right now. But then, the devil appears not as a threat, but as a teacher. It asks you to look gently at what still binds you. These chains are often invisible, the old fears about money, the belief that success demands struggle, or the habit of measuring your value by productivity. Liberation begins with awareness. Write down the 3 beliefs that have limited your prosperity, then destroy that paper as an act of release. Feel the lightness that follows. The devil's message is that your freedom has never been withheld, it was only waiting for you to claim it. Finally, the Empress and the 10 of Cups enter together, soft and radiant, like spring after a long winter. Their presence signals a harvest of both love and creation. The Empress nurtures everything she touches. She is the embodiment of abundance that flows effortlessly from inner harmony. The 10 of Cups expands this energy into your relationships, your home, your community. Together, they remind you that fulfillment is not found through achieving more, but through appreciating the wholeness that already surrounds you. You are, in a sense, carrying a dream within you that is ready to be born, a new project, a restored connection, or a deeper sense of peace within yourself. When seen together, these cards tell a story of profound renewal. The wheel turns, the Fool leaps, the 9 of Cups fulfills, the Devil frees, and the Empress blesses. It is a cycle that mirrors the natural order of life itself: change, faith, reward, release, and creation. This is not fortune-telling, it is a map of your current evolution. You are being guided to trust the movement of destiny, to open your heart to unexpected blessings, and to understand that what is unfolding for you now is not just a chapter, it is a new book entirely. Scorpio, money is never just about numbers, it's energy translated into form. What's shifting for you now is not luck but frequency, a direct reflection of how your vibration has matured. The financial current moving toward you carries both the weight of past lessons and the promise of renewal. Lately, the universe has been teaching you to act from intuition rather than urgency, to respond instead of react. True abundance rarely arrives in the way we expect, it enters quietly through the doors we once ignored. It might appear as an opportunity that doesn't look like money at first glance, or as the sudden clarity that allows you to make the right choice at the right time. This is the invisible network of alignment at work. When you choose calm over chaos, discernment over haste, the universe mirrors that precision back to you through tangible results. Financial energy is always in motion. The question is whether you're flowing with it or standing in its way. When fear drives action, outcomes scatter. But when trust leads, everything begins to converge. The law of attraction isn't magic, it's resonance. The vibration of gratitude and confidence calls forward the same tone in reality. What's unfolding for you now is the physical return of what your heart has already affirmed in the unseen. There are Scorpios right now witnessing doors open in places that once felt locked, contracts moving forward, delayed payments clearing, or unexpected assistance arriving. These are not random gifts, they are echoes of your past persistence. Every time you resisted the urge to give up, you were building this momentum. The lucky numbers 8, 19, 31, 43, 55, 67 aren't a code to manipulate fate but reminders of sequence and balance. The number 8 reflects the infinity loop. What you give returns. 19 carries the vibration of completion before renewal. 31 signals creative self-leadership. 43 and 55 both pulse with transition and freedom, while 67 grounds you in the physical manifestation of vision. Writing them down, keeping them close, becomes an act of mindfulness, a daily agreement between you and the rhythm of prosperity. You're not waiting for luck, you're aligning with it. The color soft green resonates with this same principle. It's the hue of the heart chakra, the center of giving and receiving. Green restores equilibrium, reminding you that wealth is not earned through strain but invited through openness. Surround yourself with ethereal nature, through what you wear, through what you see. Green energy harmonizes your emotions with your intentions, reducing anxiety and expanding capacity. It's the energetic symbol of growth and acceptance, telling your nervous system, it's safe to receive now. In this cycle, financial health depends less on how much you do and more on how deeply you listen. The next opportunity may not announce itself loudly. It may whisper through a conversation, an instinct, or a sudden insight at an ordinary moment. Pay attention to the small nudges, they are cosmic breadcrumbs. The Scorpio intuition is razor sharp when it's not clouded by fear, and right now your chart shows doors unlocking through intuitive precision. Follow what feels right in your body, not just what looks logical on paper. This is also a time to reconnect with simple disciplines that ground your energy. Track your spending not from anxiety but from awareness. Speak affirmations over your financial decisions, and visualize your money as energy circulating through the world, blessing everyone it touches. The more love you attach to what you earn and spend, the more it multiplies in form and in feeling. Above all, remember this: your wealth is a reflection of your wholeness, not your worthiness. The more you respect your own timing, the more the universe respects your desires. You've already shifted the frequency, now let the results catch up. Stay present, stay grateful, and watch as abundance begins to recognize your new name. Scorpio, love has always been your deepest classroom. You don't just feel, you dive. You explore love the way water finds its shape, by touching every edge, every wound, every possibility. In this cycle, the universe isn't merely offering romance. It's inviting you to rediscover what love truly means when it's no longer driven by fear, guilt, or survival. The Ten of Cups shines here like a beacon after a long emotional winter. It's the whisper that the love you once dreamed of isn't just fantasy, it's the kind of peace that arrives after you've walked through the storm and learned how to stay open even when the heart trembles. This is the season where you forgive yourself for the years you kept the door closed, believing that protection was safety, when in truth, it was only postponement of joy. Healing begins when you realize that love doesn't demand perfection, it asks for presence. If you've been carrying the memory of heartbreak, this energy wants you to understand that pain was never proof of failure. It was training in empathy. Each broken piece became a lens that now allows you to see others and yourself more clearly. The cosmos mirrors this back to you, just as Mars, your ruling planet, transforms through its retrogrades. So do you learn to soften what was once hard, to turn old battles into wisdom. Emotional resilience isn't born in avoidance, it's born in returning to love despite what it cost you before. You're being called to release the past not by forgetting it, but by blessing it for what it taught you. For those in relationships, there's a profound invitation to rebuild from honesty rather than habit. The energy between you and your partner is shifting from defense to understanding. Sometimes, the most courageous thing you can do is listen without waiting to respond. The wheel of fortune that turned in your finances now turns in your emotional world, asking you to approach your partner not as the person they were, but as who they're becoming, just as you are. Many Scorpios will find that long-standing tensions dissolve through small acts of tenderness, a sincere apology, or a moment of vulnerability that breaks an old pattern. The message here is clear: love deepens not through grand gestures, but through daily grace. Let the small things, shared laughter, gentle eye contact, quiet forgiveness, the language of your healing. The truest partnerships are not built on avoiding conflict, but on learning how to hold one another through it. And for those who walk alone right now, solitude is not emptiness, it's refinement. You are being tuned to the frequency of the love that is meant for you. Somewhere, another soul is awakening to the same vibration, a connection that defies logic and timing, a recognition that feels both new and ancient. But this encounter cannot happen until you make peace with being your own companion first. To open your heart to someone who meets you at your depth, you must first stand comfortably in that depth alone. This phase asks you to prepare not by searching, but by softening. Ask yourself, am I ready to receive love that doesn't require me to shrink to fit it? Because the kind of love approaching you isn't about rescue, it's about resonance. Across all these scenarios, healing the past, deepening current bonds, or preparing for what's next, the common thread is emotional surrender. In astrology, Scorpio rules transformation through intensity. You are the sign that teaches the rest of the zodiac how to turn loss into power and endings into beginnings. This moment is another initiation. The heart you once armored is now becoming your compass, guiding you toward connection that feels safe because it's honest, not because it's perfect. Love, in its highest form, is an act of faith, not in another person first, but in yourself. So, breathe into this truth. Love is not a reward for worthiness, it's a mirror of your readiness. Every time you forgive, every time you risk being seen, every time you choose compassion over control, you are magnetizing the relationships that reflect your evolution. Whether it's rekindling a bond, healing a family dynamic, or meeting someone whose soul feels familiar, this chapter brings emotional renewal wrapped in serenity. Stay open, stay gentle, and let the universe write the next line of your love story, not in haste, but in harmony. Scorpio, the message of health and inner balance in this chapter reaches beyond the physical body. It touches the emotional field that quietly shapes your well-being. When the devil appears in a reading like this, it's rarely about darkness. It's an invitation to become aware of the subtle chains you've accepted as normal, stress disguised as ambition, exhaustion disguised as productivity, or worry disguised as responsibility. Every thought carries a frequency, and over time those frequencies become the architecture of your body's energy. When tension remains unacknowledged, it seeps into your cells, whispering fatigue where vitality should live. The question to ask yourself now is simple yet profound. Have you truly allowed yourself to rest, or have you only paused long enough to feel guilty for not doing more? Your body is not an obstacle to your purpose, it's the sacred vessel that allows your spirit to experience this lifetime. Just as planets need balance between gravity and orbit, your mind and body need harmony between action and stillness. Stress and anxiety arise when the mind tries to control what the soul is already managing. To heal, you must remember that stillness is not laziness, it's a recalibration. When you breathe deeply, your nervous system realigns with the rhythm of the universe. This is the science of energy in motion. The calmer you become, the clearer your intuition grows, and the more your body begins to heal from within. Healing starts with awareness and gentle consistency. Begin each morning with gratitude, not as an intellectual exercise, but as a tuning fork. Write down 3 small things that bring you peace. Gratitude doesn't just shift your mood, it rewires your perception, allowing your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. Then, place your hand over your heart, breathe slowly, and whisper to yourself, I am safe. I am healing. I am open to receive. These words, repeated daily, act like medicine for the subconscious, restoring trust where doubt once lived. 5 minutes of mindful breathing can do more for your energy alignment than hours of forced positivity. In astrology, Scorpio rules regeneration, the power to die to an old version of self and rise renewed. Your physical vitality follows the same law. Every time you release resentment, forgive someone, or simply stop criticizing your body for being tired, you are performing a subtle act of rebirth. The body listens to every emotion, and it doesn't need perfection, it needs kindness. You may notice that as your inner dialogue softens, your body begins to respond, your sleep deepens, your digestion stabilizes, your skin glows again. These are not coincidences, they are signs of energetic alignment returning. Create small rituals that remind your system it's safe to relax. Begin your day with gentle movement or healing music that grounds your energy before the world demands your attention. Drink water slowly, with presence, as if you are hydrating your spirit. Step outside to feel sunlight on your skin, not as a luxury but as a necessity. Nature works on the same frequency as peace, it teaches you to regulate without trying. Even the smallest consistent act of care ripples outward into long-term vitality. The point isn't to add more to your schedule, it's to simplify until your inner world feels breathable again. You are learning that health is not a fixed state, it's a relationship, a dialogue between your choices and your awareness. The more consciously you nurture yourself, the stronger the conversation becomes. Every healthy boundary, every mindful pause, every act of appreciation becomes an offering to your own longevity. The path ahead doesn't ask for perfection, only presence. Trust that the universe supports you when you choose gentleness over pressure, rest over resistance, and faith over fear. Your body, like the stars, knows how to recalibrate once you stop trying to control the orbit. Scorpio, as we reach the end of our journey together today, let me remind you of something you may have forgotten while chasing deadlines, love, and peace. You are not late, and you have never been forgotten. Everything that feels delayed is only being aligned. The universe does not miss appointments, it simply waits until your heart is ready to hold what it once prayed for. This moment, right now, is living proof that divine timing is not a myth. The biggest money of your life is already making its way toward you, carried on unseen currents of faith and persistence. But abundance rarely travels alone. Alongside it come love that stays, peace that cannot be shaken, and a freedom that feels like home after a long journey. If you take just one thing from this message, let it be this: your future is not something you have to fight for, it's something you allow. You've already done the hard part by surviving what was meant to break you. Now, it's about receiving without fear. The doors are opening not because you forced them to, but because your energy has finally risen high enough to unlock them. The work ahead is gentler, quieter, more intentional. It asks you to trust the process, to nurture yourself with the same care you give others, and to believe that good things can come without struggle. Ask yourself, what would happen if you stopped doubting your readiness? If you stopped treating miracles as accidents and started seeing them as appointments written long ago in the script of your destiny? Every challenge, every heartbreak, every detour, none of it was wasted. Each one has led you to this vibration, where abundance no longer feels like fantasy but recognition. You are simply meeting the version of yourself that already has everything you once hoped for. Before we close, take a deep breath with me. Let it remind you that you are alive in this exact second for a reason. You are guided here because the universe, in its infinite wisdom, knew that you needed to hear these words today, not as comfort, but as confirmation. The energy of this reading doesn't end when the video does. It continues to move through you, shaping the way you think, act, and expect from life. So I want to ask you, will you let yourself believe that your season has arrived? Will you choose to walk as if what you prayed for is already on its way? Because it is. If this message touched your heart, take a moment to anchor it. Write in the comments, "I am ready to receive my destiny," not as a wish, but as a declaration. Each word you type is an energetic signature that tells the universe you are open and available for what's meant for you. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Miracle of the Sign so that together we can continue walking this path of awakening, abundance, and gentle transformation. Every like, every comment, every moment you spend with this community helps the message reach someone who might need the same light you found today. Thank you, from the depth of my heart, for being part of this journey, for allowing me to speak into your soul and remind you of your power. Until we meet again, keep your faith steady, your heart soft, and your spirit unafraid. The miracle you've been waiting for isn't somewhere far ahead, it's already unfolding in you, quietly, beautifully, perfectly on time.